So now let's see how we can work around with basic editing inside of Adobe Lightroom Classic. So here I have an image, and now in order to do some basic edits, I'm going to go around onto the basic section right here. So over here you can see that I have an option to actually choose a white balance. So I can go ahead and then, let's say for example, choose a gray area right here to change out the white balance. So if I were to go for yellow, you can see that the tone changes. So the idea is to go to something gray and then you get a balance. But if you want to do it manually, then you can go ahead, change around the temperature to much more cooler or warmer, as you can see right here. Apart from that, you can also go ahead and change around the tint right here, just like this as well, to make it much more pink and make it much more green as needed as well. Apart from that, you can change around the exposure to go ahead and then change out the brightness level and change around the contrast to differentiate between black and white as well. So you can go ahead and change around the contrast as you need as well. So apart from that, you can also go ahead onto the exposure right here, just like this. And then apart from that, you can also go around onto highlights right here to go ahead and then work around with the bright areas. So I'm just going to go around and turn off the indicators right here for the dark and bright, and here you'll be able to see that you can work around with the bright areas as you work around with the highlights. Then with the shadows, you can work around with the dark areas, as you can see. So usually to get more detail, you can increase the shadows and decrease out the highlights, and you get the detail as you can see right here. So now, if I were to go around over here, you can see the before and after right here, just like this as well. So you can go around and then you can also go around and see the difference. So this is what you have, as you can see right here. So just like this, you can see that I got the before and after right here, just like this as well. So now this is what you have right here. And then let me just go around and then work around with it. So let me just go ahead and decrease out the highlights, increase out the shadows right here, and increase out the exposure a bit, and you can see the difference right here. You can see the before and after as I click on it, or you can also press / on your keyboard to see the before and after right here. Then apart from that, you can work around with the highlights and so forth to get to the sweet spot that you want. You can further work around with whites, that is the bright areas, and then you can work around with the blacks for the black areas, as you can see right here. Then apart from that, you can go ahead and add in presence of textures, so you can add in more textures as needed as well, and you can also make it much more sharper by increasing out the clarity as well, and work around with the dehaze to remove the haziness from the picture as well. So apart from that, you can see that there's saturation, which increases the overall color, but vibrance actually works around with the weak colors area, so you really get those colors popping out, as you can see. But there's too much color, so let me just go ahead and decrease out the saturation, and this is what you have. And this is just by working around with the basics right here. So you can actually see the before and after right here on how much details you've gotten, as you can see, just like this. And that is how you can work around with the basic effects panel inside of Adobe Lightroom Classic to apply effects as needed. So I hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.